Okay, Varuni can start.
Hari Sarvatama Vayu
Hari Sarvatama Vayu Jivottama.
Madhvamate Hari Parataraha Satyam Jagat Tatvato
Sriman Madhwamate Hariparataraha
Jagat
Vinna Jivagana Hare Ramachara Nichochava Vangata
Bhinna
Jivagana
Jivagana Hare Ranutara
Namaste Naida Suban Bhutirapala Dishya Tatsadam Mukte Naida
Naija Sukhanubhuti Ramala Bhuttishta Tatsadhanam
Hexametram Pramana Achila Aika Vidyo Harihi
Hexaditritayam
Tritayam Pramana Adhila Ayeka Vedyo
Hari Sarvatama Vayu Jivottama.
Hari Sarvatama
Over to you, Avinash sir.
Okay. So at the beginning, I just want to make a small disclaimer. I'm not going to read this. Only disclaimer is that I am doing a comparative study of other dharmas.
Your voice is breaking.
Effect on the side. Voice is breaking. Now.
It's good. You can be a little bit louder. You'll be fine.
Okay. So it's a small disclaimer. I am doing comparative study of all the darshanas and its effect on our study and how we can use this principle for today's social scenario. That is the thing. And in this, this is the clearly a research perspective. It is not meant for hurting anybody's sentiments. Okay. So with this. So we are going to see how the implications of Dvaita Darshana in today's social space of Hindu Sanatana and how these principles provides us the foundations for making strategic application for the well-being of the overall human civilization. In this, the main component is the behavior of the sattvic people or sattvic jivas. Okay. So now, as you all know that the founding principles are there, which are provided to us by Param Pujya Sriman Madhwacharya. Out of this, we are going to see in this presentation the second and third. The world is real and the differences are real and eternal. So this is the most important views, important foundations that we are going to analyze today. And the third one is the states of the souls or the states of the jivas present on this planet. So that is the Satvika, Rajasika, and Tamasika. Okay. So we can go to the next slide. Yeah, because I am not. You all know this very well. So now let us see where we experience the differences in the five Anadi Nityas. So the basic difference we all see in the jivas, as we are the component of the jivas itself. That is, we bring down to the level of only human being, and as we start growing, we see the differences. We see the differences. Differences all along as we grow. and to see the differences at the level of karma, jada, and to realize Sri Hari and to understand Vedas, it takes a lot of efforts, perception, understanding, education. So at the moment, um, in the present scenario, we just focus on the jivas. So consist the three categories of the souls, that is tamasika, rajasika, and sattvika. So at a given point of time, satvikas are surrounded by rajasika and tamasika people. Okay, so we can see this at multiple levels at a given point of period. Even within ourselves, we are at a point of time we can be sattvic, rajasic, and tamasic within the same person also, as well as within the family, within the society, and within the overall bigger society, nation, countries, and so on and so forth. So we consider this to the jivas form. Now what happens is, as far as those who have realized the darshan shastras and especially the madhvacharya the darshanas, where uh, they are busy, mostly the sattvika people, that is we all are busy in understanding all this knowledge or the final ultimate realization of Sri Hari through these three modes, that is perception, inference, sound, word, that is through Vedas and all. And once they undergo all this process, uh, they finally find out five absolute differences, which we all are well aware of. Now, the next step, uh, the next step uh, is that Satvikas then gets very busy in realizing the moksha or going towards the moksha. So, in his present form, in his present physical form on this planet, we all get busy in understanding this realization, in feeling this realization, and finally they undergo a eternal bliss. So that is a very blissful form. While doing that, most of the sattvikas, they forget that we are not alone on this earth. So we are always surrounded by tamasika or rajasa people at the level of people, as well as within ourselves also, as I mentioned earlier, so there is a continuous interaction between the two groups, among the two groups, and there is a pressure exerted on the sattvikas. Okay, because since sattvika has realized most of the natural principles, they try to go away from them, or they try to develop strategies, okay, so that they can be busy with their work towards the moksha, so they don't get involved much in the physical entities. That is my perception. I may be wrong. We can have a discussion about it later. So the interaction among these groups, either through they are for the space, time, and philosophy. The final result of these interaction can be cordial, friendly, or just required for a neighborhood course. At the end, they either result in collaboration or they undergo conflict. So now, at the stage of conflict, also there are two scenarios. One is cohabituation or destruction. Okay, so we are all seeing this all around the world, not only within India. but across the globe. So we'll talk about it little later. So now, at the as a result of this interaction among the group, finally what they realize is this bodha of differences and similarities of the behavior and philosophy, which finally leads to the understanding or Shatru Bodha. Now, this is this we can realize only through because we have a foundational principle which says that the world is real and at a given point of time and space, uh, whatever exists is present in that physical form, and it exists at three dimensions. Therefore, it can result into conflict uh, or a friendship. So now we have to use this. How we can use this further? So the present challenges for the present population. Actually, in the uh, past, since 1,000 years, these Mitra Bodha and Shatru Bodha have proved very fruitful to develop strategies. So, and because of these darshanas, we have survived so far. That is my feeling. Otherwise, we would not have this Bodha. Whenever we have lost this bodha, we we ended up in a problem. So now the challenge is that we have to sensitize. We have to sensitize for both as early as, and I have where we can start sensitizing as early as like 3 years of age possible, at least physical visual levels. Then identify the parameters of engagement with the tamasic and rajasic groups. Define the prerequisites of engagement and prepare for it. It has to be very strategically. Define fundamental engagement. Just don't go, just don't engage. When we now good point, they themselves are a research topic, and each one it is open for the forum that each one can be taken and every and identify the education at both at three levels, that is the Adi Daivik, Adi Bhautik, Adi levels, and at physical levels at all the stages of our human ages, starting from adulthood and the higher age. So the sensitization come will be the readiness to respond at each fundamental units of society at psychological, social, and physical level. So fundamental unit of society is what? That is a single person, single family, and single community, group of communities, so and so forth. Okay. So if we do not undergo this process, you have seen just a few days ago or a couple of months ago in our Hubli and Dharwad region, we lost one of our daughters. Okay, we lost one of our daughter in a open day sunlight in the bright sunlight day on a college campus, and where there were at least in the web camera there were 3-4 people. So if they would have been sensitized, there will be a responding group at the first stage itself. So I'm giving a physical example. There are many stages. even there will be challenges while describing things at the social and psychological levels. However, we have to develop instruction modules for each of these things, for each of these scenario. If every one of us will be ready to see this, then only there will be a response. At least even a 5 seconds of response will come when you have this kind of background of Shatru Bodha or Mitru Bodha. And therefore that 5 seconds can save can give a courage to the surrounding three people who can get engaged. So this engagement training also is required so that the conflict can be resolved. So now that's it. That is what it is. And we have seen even previous times. I want to give a wonderful example where in the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, his Ashtapradhans, they were all, I mean, I am taking a name of the community. So they are called Peshwas, and they were by Varna, they are all Brahmins. So, and they were Satviks. So, but they responded to that particular time and space, and they developed Hindavi Swarajya. It was almost from 1648 to 1818. So post Shivaji and Raja Shivaji, you might be knowing Bajirao. So developed the martial requirements also. So that is one of the examples in identity Shatru Bodha and Mitru Bodha. So I would like to thank Nagaraj ji, Shiv Swamiji, Guruji, and I am thankful to Krishna Deshpande ji, Giridhar ji, and Anil Hariyar ji for communicating with this group and providing me their common spaces where I could interact with wonderful. And finally, very shortly for 3 months, but his insights, and he could give a very precise answer to my questions, and we greatly miss him. Unfortunately, untimely demise, and I pay my deepest condolences and uh, respect to Jaitirth Nilavalji and his all the time that he shared with me. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot for these very exciting inputs. From slide number 1 to last slide, all we could see how exactly our Madhwa Tatwas, which are like Hari Tatwas only, propagate from problem statement to something that somebody can adopt as a solution. So really wonderful. Thanks for sharing your insights and your time as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll go for ending prayer. Vedesh, you can start.
Okay, Anaga.
Oh, okay, yeah, Anaga, you can start.
Hari Sarvottama, Vai Jivottama.
Hari
Sarvottama, Vai
Hari
Jivottama.
Sarvottama, Vai Jivottama.
मध्वमते हरिपरतरः सत्यं जगत्तत्त्वतो
श्रीमन्मध्वमते हरिपरतरः सत्यं जगत्तत्त्वतो
जीवगणा हरे रणुचरा नीच च भावं गता मुक्ते नैज सुखानुभूतिरमला भक्तिष्टतत्साधनम्
मुक्ते नैच सुखानुभूतिरमला भक्तिश्च तत्साधनम्
हेक्षादित्रितयं प्रमाण अखिला आम्नायैकवेद्यो हरिः
हेक्षात्रितयं प्रमाणमखिलाम्नायैकवेद्यो हरिः
हरि सर्वोत्तम वायुजीवोत्तम
हरि सर्वोत्तम वायुजीवोत्तम.
Thanks to Avinash for a wonderful session.